Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Flora 3-arm chandelier. This is going to be the 103047. This is a great fixture to use in all kinds of different applications. You can use this in stairways, you can use this over a small dining room table. It can go flanking the sides of beds, one on each side because the diameter is not that large. And this would be great to put over kitchen islands. You could do 2 or 3 of them depending on how long your island is. And they can provide quite a bit of light depending on the bulb you use. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. From the bottom of the fixture to the first loop of chain is 18.8 and the diameter is coming in at 19.4. I want to show you a little bit more information about all this, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you that this is going to ship with 15 feet of wire. It's also going to ship with 36 inches of chain to begin with. If you need more chain, drop us a quick email, tell us what you need, and we can quote chain out for you. It comes in 3-foot sections just like this. And how you put it together or take links off is there's a little seam on the side of it right there. You can barely even see it, and allows this to open and close. And how you do that is use this tool called a chain separator. So I picked this up on Amazon for less than 20 bucks. It's a great thing to have around the house. Make sure your installer has one so they don't leave any marks on it, because it will open. If you squeeze it, it opens right here, and then to put the chain back together again, you squeeze it and it makes it close right in the middle there. It's a great little tool to have. So you can add or delete as many pieces of chain as you would like. So remember that. If you need more than 15 feet of wire, just email us as well. We do custom wire length too. So you're going to notice also on that parts list is going to be a canopy. This is your 5-inch round canopy. This is what you guys have on your ceiling. This is a 4-inch junction box, so it's going to cover it up with no problem at all. It's only 9.4 pounds. It's not very heavy, so it's just going to hang from our little friend here. You're also going to notice it's going to have this in the parts list too. This is a retaining ring tool. So this takes the place of your hand because your hand is too big to get into the glass. To put the retaining ring on, which is going to hold your glass onto the fixture itself. So I'm just going to remember that. There's a flared end in the end of this, and it just pops in, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and then this will stay onto the fixture and keep everything there. Do not throw this away. It's always good to hold on to this for the future in case you need it. Why don't we talk about glass really quick? You're going to see you have a pull-down menu that says choose your glass. So you're going to have 2 glass options for this. You're going to have Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, which is a matte, white, milky, opaque glass. And I'll talk a lot more about opal glass later in the video. Very pretty. You won't be able to see your bulb, remember that. But you also won't be able to see your bulb in the other option too, and that's going to be where the outer piece of glass, there's 2 pieces of glass, is going to be seated clear. So it's totally clear, no wave, but it's going to have little air bubbles in it, kind of like champagne. Very cool. And then this is the piece of glass that's going to go inside it, which is also opal, and that's going to sit right inside like that, and that's going to shade your eyes or keep you from seeing the socket. So that's the setup for that, just so you know, okay? So why don't we move on a little bit, and we'll talk about lamping really quick. So you can, like I said before, if you're going to be using this in an application where you want to get a lot of light out of it, like a kitchen island, you can do that. But we'll kind of start at the beginning. So this is going to be a G9 socket, and you've got 3 of these to begin with. If you want to stay with a halogen, you can do that. 60 watts halogen in each of the 3, but I don't think you should do that because there's so many great bulbs out in the marketplace to play with, including these. These are LEDs that can be used in this with no problem at all. These are the newer phosphorus LEDs that are kind of cool. They're clear with a phosphorus strip inside. I kind of like these instead, especially in this application where I'm not going to be able to see it. It's going to be hiding inside, so I don't care what it looks like. These provide a bit more light, and these are called cob LEDs, and cob LEDs look like corn cobs. So you can find these all over the place. All the hardware stores, home centers like Home Depot and Lowe's and Ace Hardware, those kind of places, you can find them at Walmart. But it's better to find them, I think, online, only because you get a better array to look at. So 60, actually I think they start at 40 watt equivalent, 60 watt equivalent, 75 watt equivalent. But I have found these on Amazon at 100 watt equivalent. So that will give you the equivalent of 300 watts of light coming out of each fixture. Like I said before, if you wanted to do this over a kitchen island, I think that would be pretty great. The color of the light is going to be offered to you in all kinds of different ways. They're going to offer it to you in super yellow light, like 2700 Kelvin. That kind of looks like candlelight when you dim it down. And that could be very pretty over a small dining room table or a kitchen table. That could be nice. However, on the other side of that, they're going to offer these to you in something called daylight. So be careful of that one. That sounds like it should be warm, like sunlight, but it is not. That is 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale, and that's a bluish white light, so keep that in mind. I'm not crazy about it myself. There are good applications like convenience stores, but I don't think residential there's great applications for it. Circling back, I think you should take a good look at warm white, soft white, and that's what we use here. That's what's coming down in this table from these 3,000 Kelvin LEDs above us, so that's what we like to use here. In any event, you kind of want to make sure that you do zero in on a dimmable bulb and make sure it mentions that on the box or online. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.